Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the dumbest way someone got together. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I had a friend who essentially lost her virginity like this. She was determined to lose it during the first week of college because she wanted to focus on her studies and didn't want to be obsessing over being a 40-year-old virgin. Wow. Don't do this, kids. Don't do this. Don't need to obsess over something like this. She found a guy I would go to high school with who was at the same college. They were vaguely friendly but didn't know each other well. She asked him if he'd had sex. He said yes. She told him she wanted to lose her virginity and asked him to help her out. He broke into a whole spiel about waiting for someone she cared about. She told him she wasn't interested and asked if he could recommend a friend to help her out instead. He quickly changed his tune and agreed to F her. Come to find out, he'd had sex exactly once, and he was drunk when it happened. He was also really into her and looking for a relationship. He didn't want to rush sex, but she basically dared him to F her, goaded him into it, and it finally happened. Oddly enough, he won her over and they're together to this day. Oh my god. Wow, but that worked out. That worked out great for her. And him. Wait, imagine having a crush on someone and your crush is just like, can you have sex with me? But this guy, instead of saying, hell yeah, he was like, you should wait for someone that you care about. You know, you don't need to rush into things like this. Until she was like, you know what? If you don't want to do it with me, then recommend me someone. And then he's like, oh, hold on a second. No way. This is like a whole romantic comedy. You know, I just wanted to see his face. But he was like, oh, yeah, you should wait for someone. And then she's like, F that. Recommend me someone then if you don't want to do it with me. I want to see his face then because he was into her, right? So he was probably like, oh, you know, I'll do it. Out with friends and one asked what was my favorite chat up line. I looked at one of the women in the group, none of whom I had met before, and blurted out, fancy AF? Everyone laughed at my stupidity, but she nodded quietly. Out of sight of the others, we did later. Wow. Yo, what the hell? Is that easy? Is that easy, everyone? I thought the date was a bust, but the evening not, so I decided that I should go home so I could play a few games of Dota too. So I said to her, I do not know about you, but I have to work tomorrow, so I'm going home. She didn't like that at all, so she made sure I knew she liked me. We now have 2 kids, all thanks to a game I will never play again. Wow. Aww. I like that. My ex tried to rekindle things. I bought in initially but ultimately refused. I was a sulking sack of shit and my friend came in drunk to my dorm one night, demanding I go with him to this frat party. I reluctantly agreed as long as he paid my cover charge because I was broke. So I ended up just standing there drinking beer alone. Apparently this girl I met freshman year was looking for someone to dance with and her roommates pointed me out of the corner and pushed her to me. We both had a great time. We have 2 kids and have been married almost 8 years. Aww. People who were introduced by a friend are like the luckiest. Hanging out on the back deck smoking on a cool June night the summer after high school. I could smell that smell when rain is about to come on. I said, it smells like it's gonna rain. One girl replied that you can't smell rain coming. Mind you, I grew up in the country and this is now in a suburban neighborhood right outside the city. Well, 30 seconds later it started pouring rain. 2 of the girls looked at each other with looks of amazement. Both wouldn't stop following me around all night. One ended up passing out early. The other I hooked up with about a dozen times over the next 2 weeks. Is that something someone would be impressed about? I just grab my weather app and be like, oh, you're right, it is gonna rain. That's definitely not something I would be gushing about. But hey, each to their own, right? I'm just so surprised that that's what won them over. I was calling an apartment of 4 girls, 3 of whom were friends, to see if they wanted to go catch a movie with some other friends. The 4th roommate, whom I've never met, picked up. I asked for any one of my friends. She told me none of them were home, so I asked her to let them know we were going out to see a movie. Then I realized I was automatically excluding her, which felt rude, so I followed up with, you're welcome to come if you'd like to. She uncertainly said, okay, and I said I'd call later to see any of them were up for it. When I called later, 4th roommate was still there. The other 3 hadn't returned, so I awkwardly asked her if she'd like to go. To my great surprise, she said yes. I had set myself up on a blind date. Aww. Honestly, the best dates are always the ones that you never expect, right? That's cute as. All these people are just getting like phone calls or like introduced by people they know. How does that happen? You know, like I'm waiting at home too. I'm waiting at home. Why is no one coming to my door? Why are there no phone calls? Was living with my brother and his girlfriend and her friend came over. And then my brother and his girlfriend just retired to the bedroom, while me and this total stranger sat in the living room and made small talk. Eventually, it just seemed like there was only one thing to do. Oh. Oh, that easy. Hey, that easy. I'm sure it was planned by the girlfriend. Because no way you'd bring your friend over to your boyfriend's apartment and then just leave your friend alone, right? Like, I'm sure the girlfriend was probably like to her friend, oh yeah, my boyfriend has a really hot roommate. You guys should talk. I'll set you guys up, right? You don't know girls. Girls are that sneaky, you know? We plan the coincidence to happen. It's not a coincidence, but you think it is. Got a call from a wrong number, met up with her at Burger King, and we went back to my place for some fun. Yeah, kids, don't do this. Don't do this. What the hell? This is like today's version of, hey, do you want candy? Come in my van. Hey, do you want some Burger King? Yo, what the hell? Freshman year of college, my car broke down. That's a lie. I ran out of gas because I'm an idiot. In the middle of a thunderstorm, and I called my roommate to pick me up. She was working on paper, so she asked her friend, F-Buddy, to pick me up. I was not aware he was her F-Buddy. He had been teasing me all semester about my nerdy ways. I was a total introvert, and he was the most obnoxious extrovert I'd ever met. I couldn't stand him. Long story short, he gave me a tentative kiss, and we started making out in the car in the pouring rain. Ended up being my first boyfriend. So it's always like that. It's always like that. It's always someone that you hate that you end up liking in the end. Is that crazy? I was like, this guy's so freaking annoying. So freaking annoying that I'm just thinking about him all the time. Met up with a friend I hadn't seen in a few years. We sort of had a thing for each other, but we'd never been in the right time or place. As I'd been in a relationship, he left the country for a while. Then he got into a relationship of his own. When that didn't work out, I was with someone else. So we never really pursued it. He would hint at it, but due to the joking nature of it, I didn't really think about it much. Finally, the stars aligned and we were both single, so we went out for lunch and headed back to his place to chat. Neither had made a move yet, and at this point I wondered if it was going to happen at all. Again, he was hard to read, or maybe I'm really slow. He started talking about how he'd been using ChatGPT to help with his work and just general life things like organizing his apartment. At one point, the subject of relationships came up and he typed, "Is it a good idea to sleep with your friend?" To which ChatGPT said something along the lines of, "If you're both comfortable with the idea and talk about your feelings, it should be okay." He turned in his chair and asked me, "Will you sleep with me?" And that was that. Oh, I guess we can use ChatGPT for everything, you know? Wow, that's kind of smooth though. That is smooth. At least in the end, it was the right timing for them. I think it's always the worst, knowing that you want to be with someone, but it's just never the right timing. Right person, but wrong timing. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!